Today, from Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida, it's Week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Tua Tagovailoa and the Miami Dolphins taking on Trevor Lawrence and the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Two teams on opposite ends of the Sunshine State. The Jags and Dolphins are underway. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So here come the Jaguars to take over for the first time behind Trevor Lawrence, their quarterback in season number 4.
Last year was a bit of a mixed bag for Lawrence as he started off looking like a budding superstar. But then he suffered an ankle injury and was a shell of himself the rest of the way. His team needs him to stay healthy if they plan on maximizing their full potential. And if that ends up being the case, they'll have a good shot to win a lot of games here in 2024.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. Open man. This is Brenton Strange, the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
Yeah, 1 for 1. A lot more to go. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
They go play action now. Lawrence. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on first down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's second down and 2. Draw play, ETN. And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And now they'll throw it with Lawrence. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. Here now, 2nd and 4. Lawrence, now this is ETN on the draw. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. ETN going to be stopped before he can get moving forward as he'll lose a couple back to the 5-yard line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Maybe the first big test of the season here on both sides. This is 3rd and goal. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Boy, this has been a nice first drive for them, but right there, Charles, a sack on 3rd and goal, that's tough.
Yeah, and if you're the head coach and the offensive play caller, if you had any thoughts about going for it on 4th down, it's a much more difficult decision now. Likely kick the field goal. But if you're going to go for it, you better have the perfect play call on your sheet.
Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that. And this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
And the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. First carry for Raheem Mostert. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And he'll get this to about the 34, a gain of just 3. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll run with a rookie drafted in the 3rd round. And he'll have a Dolphins first down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
3rd and inches, just turn around, hand it to the big guy and let him plow forward and pick up a first down. A lot of people think that the offensive line, they may almost take the play off because they got a big guy back there pushing forward. I think it actually works in reverse. I think they block harder because they love seeing that guy get the ball because he doesn't touch it very often.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
On the ground, this is Devon Achane. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down. On 1st down, back to Achane. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, 2nd down. Achane gets it from the gun. And he is close to a first down as he's tackled at the Jaguars' 27.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Darnell Savage there to make the tackle. Now 2nd and 9. They'll run with Wilson out of the shotgun. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave them with third and still 7 yards to go.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be fourth down.
Oh, they're changing this at the line.
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on fourth.
I don't care what he's listed in the program. Fullback, running back, tailback, it doesn't matter. He ran that play like a fullback. Just like the old days when we saw the fullback dive. How about him picking that one up?
Only needed a yard on fourth down. That's what he's there for, right?
Exactly. Line him up, short yardage situation, and say, here it is, big man. Go get it.
And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be second and goal.
Now we get a look at their most recent draft class, and you need to get real familiar with some of these names here because this front office thinks that these are going to be guys that have an impact for them on Sundays for years to come.
I think.
And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Tip Ryman with his first career touchdown in his first career game.
And the Dolphins have answered that early field goal to take a first quarter lead.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told, and it winds up in 6 points for the Dolphins.
And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line.
So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the second time here in this game. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10.
Now Lawrence.
A beautiful fake.
And Lawrence going to smartly hit the deck here as he is able to pick up the first down in the process.
Back to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
And he's got room. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A good pickup there, a 22.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find the answers, and they've got to find them quick.
And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence.
And this is incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
2nd and 10. Again, it's Lawrence.
Able to shake him off, but he can't get away forever, and down he goes.
Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so they can throw the football.
After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
3rd and 12. Here's Lawrence.
A short throw to Ingram. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down. Now a field goal try coming up here for the Jags. The wind is at his back. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A great play there. 66 yards. And the Dolphins take the blocked field goal and convert it into 6 points. So a pretty wild turn of events there. Instead of a sure 3 points, it's 6 the other direction.
And if you're kicking in the NFL, that should be pretty much automatic, but I don't think that's on him at all. The protection broke down. That led to the block.
And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go.
Last time they had a little bit of a special teams breakdown. That field goal was blocked.
Yeah, and everything has to be precise in the kicking game. Snap, hold, kick. Obviously the blocking to keep people out. So what you really want to do is get in there and get 6 points and take the pressure off of those guys.
Lawrence's throw into the hands of Kirk.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Lawrence.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Straight ahead, Etienne.
Fighting through, and he's got space.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 43 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried. The ball just 5 times.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Now Lawrence on first down. That's taken in by Duvernay.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 11 yards there, just like last play.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw.
They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd down and a yard. Play action. It's Lawrence.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Gain of 9 that time on the scramble, 1 yard shy of the marker, and it brings up 4th. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember.
Coaches talk all the time about the value of special teams, and we have seen it in this game, Charles. Not one block kick, but now 2 of them in this contest.
And always, 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 we talk about adjustments during a game. Offense and defense, series to series. Rarely do we talk about special teams. Someone didn't adjust from block 1 to block 2, and it really cost them.
Up the middle they go with Mostert.
Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
2nd down. Here's Mostert again.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And a nice pickup there by Mostert, a sizable gain. And he's coming off a monster season a year ago. Not only did he rush for over 1,000 yards for the first time in his career, but he also scored a league-leading 18 touchdowns on the ground.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
Here's Tua. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down. So on 4th down, Dolphin kicker Jason Sanders comes on. Sanders' kick is good. And the Dolphins will add on to their lead. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps, and the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
2nd and 7. They run the option left with Lawrence.
And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
Lawrence will throw.
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down.
Isaiah Simmons getting by the offensive line and dropping the quarterback.
On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt.
Back deep, Rashid Shaheed.
Taking it about the 16. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And this offense on third down today, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Tua sets up to pass it.
That is caught. He's going to have the first down and more than that.
He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. A big play that time on the catch and run. And the Dolphins are going to get a fresh set of downs.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Foyesade Aluakan made the tackle there from his safety position.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for first.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa.
Getting this out to the flat, Mostert.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
This offense is looking very comfortable here in this first half. Very relaxed, very smooth, very efficient. No wasted motions. Things are definitely going their way, and they continue to move the ball downfield.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Wilson with a 1st down carry. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Again, Wilson.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Jeff Wilson taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Dolphins are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And he'll wisely just take a knee here. This ball will come out to the 30-yard line.
The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10.
They'll send Kirk in motion right. Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. And he's got a 1st down as he's going to be taken down. But a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning. 64 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Now Lawrence. He'll drop that underneath to ETN.
And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42.
Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw here taken in by Ingram.
They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
From midfield now, Lawrence. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
Lawrence going to throw again.
A short throw to Ingram. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
On second down, here's Lawrence.
And completes it to Kirk over the middle. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
ETN up the middle.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Second down and 6 now from the 26. Looking to throw, Lawrence. That's complete to Davis.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
Now Lawrence to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Jaguars first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
But with the score where it is, you're not thinking field goals right now. You need touchdowns. So that was a much-needed conversion there on 3rd down.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Lawrence.
And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep him out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
But to throw again is Lawrence.
Touchdown! Evan Ingram in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Jaguars are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
Until that late score here in the second quarter, they'd only had the field goal, so that's just big to see that football get into the end zone.
Yeah, when you look at the scoreboard now, nothing seems out of reach. They've been outplayed in the first.
Oh, this is blocked. That's a live ball scooped up by the offense. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play.
In motion left comes Williams. Tua, a final shot before half. That one caught by Tyreek Hill.
Down the right sideline, Tyreek Hill.
And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done? Well, that is certainly a deflator right there defensively. Their guys just came off of a touchdown drive. They're back in the game, and then bam, they give up a touchdown one play later. How about that?
And the momentum, which seemingly had shifted the other direction, thought we might be seeing a comeback. That momentum right back the other way.
Well, that is certainly not complimentary football that we saw right there. The defense is supposed to help their offense, not give up another touchdown.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you two in a bit. For now,
it looks like we'll have to wait another week to get our first halftime report of the season as we right along to the second half. We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. From his end zone, here's Rashid Shaheed. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 24. Hand off to Achane to begin the drive. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 40 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they established that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
2nd and 9. Again, it's Achane.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
And that is exactly what you needed defensively. It's a long road back from here, but that's a good start to the second half as they force a punting situation and a 4th down.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it.
This one complete to Jalen Waddle.
And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. So certainly an interesting...
Tua's going to change things up.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Tua going to throw. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he's knocked to the turf right there at the 46-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out, because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
They go back to the ground, this time Mostert. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
They've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
They've definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
From the gun, a run with Mostert. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. 61 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Tua going to give this to Wright. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal. On first down, they'll stay with Wright on the ground. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Wright with his first career NFL touchdown, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that will bump the lead up to 26. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays, and it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. Jacksonville. Hill going to go in motion right. Now Tua just going to bat this forward on the end around. And he'll be taken down after a decent gain, and that will bring us to the end of this 3rd quarter of play. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Tua going to tap this forward on the jet sweep. And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down. A nice, consistent gain.
Now Tua just going to bat this forward on the end around. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. But just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play. And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
From the 46, here's 2nd and 2. Up the middle, Achane. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it out, and we've got them now.
Once again, it's Mostert. And he is close to a first down as he's tackled at the Jaguars' 33. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. The offense on third down, they've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
There you go, partner. That's some old-school football right there. You need 1 yard? Give it to your bruiser fullback and let him get the job done.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. That is incomplete.
The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle, 30 yards. And the Dolphins are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their lead. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that will bump the lead up to 26. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it was finished off by a Jalen Waddle touchdown. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. And they knew coming in. On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. A run with Mostert up the middle. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 32-yard line. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Achane gets it from the gun. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps. For these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
They'll run straight ahead with Wilson. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They're bringing us about right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with third down and just a yard to go. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. A give to the fullback on the dive. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
Now Tua signaling to change things up.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown.
Tip Ryman
making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut.
And the Dolphins are able to widen their advantage. Well, Charles, no matter what the prognosticators say before the season, whether they think you're going to be good, bad, or somewhere in the middle, you never quite know how week 1 is going to play out. But for them, it has been an impressive performance, and they are well on their way to a 1-0 start.
Yeah, it's a lot like opening up presents, isn't it, partner? You're not quite sure what's inside, but you're hopeful, right? In this case, exactly what they were looking for, exactly what they need.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for week 1, and one of our early window games here in week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's got to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between week 1 and week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for the Dolphins, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Dolphins are winners here as we say so long from South Florida.